This is part 3 of my explanations of 37 categories of dishonorable speech. In this video, I'll cover category numbers 16 through 27. Number 16 is overstating a problem or its level of risk. One could call this being alarmist and promoting fear and/or anger. This category has one level, and the damages include that it promotes non-critical thinking and fear and anger-based decision-making, which limits options. An example would be saying if we don't get global warming under control, life as we know it could end next year. This example is not to belittle the possible risks posed by global warming, but it's highly unlikely life as we know it will end next year because of it. Number 17 is understating a problem or its level of risk. This could encourage a lack of caution when death or serious injury are reasonably possible. It has 3 levels. When it could affect health mildly, severely, or result in death. The damages include that it promotes risky behavior that could result in serious injury or death. An example would be, COVID-19 is not much different from a cold or the flu. You don't need to wear a mask or socially distance. You'll be fine. Number 18 is ambiguous jokes or subtle sarcasm that suggests doing something unsafe. An example would be if a politician were to say, if sick people would just stop going to the doctor unless death were imminent, we'd save a lot of money on healthcare costs, and not clarify that they were joking, and also that it was a very bad joke. This has the same 3 levels as category number 17, i.e., it could affect health mildly, severely, or result in death. And some of the damages are similar. A further damage is that by not being clear that you're joking, you could lose credibility with people, thus limiting your options. Number 19 is using terms about people that may be accurate but are unnecessary and dehumanized by effectively defining someone by their bad actions or alleged bad actions, such as referring to someone as a murderer, terrorist, or liar. These terms could be replaced by people who've committed murder, people who performed or were involved in acts of terror, and people who've lied, respectively. And all of these ways of saying things conveys that these are still people. There are 2 levels, implying someone's bad and implying someone's evil. The damages include that it supports a non-reality based narrative that destroys value, such as you are what you do and say. It also limits the options of the person about whom the dishonor was spoken by changing how people think about them. Now they may seem irredeemable. Further, it devalues someone's personhood and dehumanizes them and you. Number 20 is mocking, such as through sarcasm. It has 2 levels, mocking of attributes and of intent. Damages include that it limits the options of the person about whom the dishonor was spoken by changing how people think about them. It also limits others' options, firstly in how they can think about the person who is the subject of the dishonor, and secondly by presenting the possibility that the same fate could befall them. In addition, it devalues someone's personhood and dehumanizes them and you. An example would be a politician saying, "You know, my opponent talks so big he almost even has me believing he invented the wheel." Category number 21 is being disrespectful, such as interrupting someone, telling them to shut up, swearing in front of people who have an issue with that, not acknowledging that someone has spoken, being condescending, and saying demeaning things such as things that are considered sexual harassment. This has 2 levels, interrupting, condescending, not acknowledging someone's spoken, and swearing, and also being demeaning. The damages include that it devalues someone's personhood and dehumanizes them and you. An example of a demeaning comment could be a male politician saying his female opponent is really only good at looking sexy. Yikes. Category number 22 is not addressing something bad with someone directly before spreading the information. It has 3 levels, regarding potential incompetence, regarding potential dishonorable speech, dishonesty, or stealing, or regarding potential violence. Examples would be telling everyone about a fly in your soup at a restaurant before or rather than telling the owner. Another example would be responding on social media to someone's bad social media post before or rather than privately messaging them as to why you think their post is destructive. The damages include that it limits someone's options to correct a value destruction. Category number 23 is leveling or trying to make everything seem like it has the same value. Examples would be saying someone only succeeded because they were lucky, or saying the person who came in last did just as well as the one who came in first. This form of dishonorable speech has only 1 level and destroys value by misrepresenting the true hierarchy of value. Number 24 is value inverting, or making something that's good seem bad or vice versa. An example would be saying smoking is cool. This category has 2 levels. making good seem bad or vice versa, and making good seem evil or vice versa. Again, this destroys value by misrepresenting the true hierarchy of value. Category 25 is the ends justify the means, such as saying it's okay to suspend the justice system if it makes us feel safer in the short term. It has two levels: means involving dishonorable speech, dishonesty, or stealing, and means involving violence. Its damages include that it destroys long-term value for the sake of shorter-term, or what one might call short-sighted, value. It also can make it less likely that people uphold good moral principles even when things get difficult. This category can be tricky to identify as honorable or dishonorable for different situations because you are weighing different values against each other. An example would be honesty versus human life. This comes up if someone lied to the Gestapo about Jews being in their attic. To me, human life is the higher value, and this ends justifies the means type situation is not an example of dishonorable speech, even though it does involve dishonesty. Number 26 is gossiping, or introducing irrelevant information such as regarding health, sex, and wealth level. An example would be talking about a political candidate's allegedly promiscuous sex life. This category has two levels: socially acceptable and socially unacceptable. Its damages include that it distracts, thus limiting options from real value building. It also can be a form of leveling, i.e., it can destroy value by misrepresenting the true hierarchy of value. Number 27 is promoting conspiracy theories and includes three levels: conspiracy theories that are non-scientific drama, ones that include accusations of dishonesty or stealing, and ones that include accusations of violence. The damages include that it promotes non-critical thinking and fear and anger-based decision-making, which limits options. It also distracts and thus limits options from real value building. An example of non-scientific drama and an accusation of dishonesty or at least concealment by the government may be that there are aliens in Area 51. I hope this video was useful for identifying some more of the different categories of dishonorable speech and what some of their damages are. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, as I'll be putting out the fourth and final video in this series soon. Thanks for watching.